Hello, and thank you for joining me for this glute and hip mat workout. Glutes aren't just something that we sit on or that look good. They are a highly functional, large muscle group that helps with hip stability and mobility, better balance, and reduced lower back pain. So super important to work this nice big muscle. This workout done on the mat is knee friendly. So we're working this large muscle group without any squats, no lunges, and there's no movements on our hands and knees either. I'm using a fabric hip band today just to add some extra resistance. All moves can be done without the resistance band as well, or if you have like a rubber loop band, you could use that too, and I'll leave information for the specific band in the description box of the video below. So with that, let's get started. Just a couple moves to warm up without the band at first. We're gonna come onto our elbows. So leaning back, and then make sure that your chest is lifted up out of your elbows, and then tuck your chin a little bit so there's no strain on your neck. Extend both legs straight out. We're then gonna draw one leg in, bending the knee, let it fall to the side, and then straighten. And as you come straightening all the way, then you rotate in that hip. So we bring it up, let it fall to the side wherever it naturally does. Both hips stay square, and then rotate again back to front in that hip. Two more like this. Just warming up that area. Knee up, side, slide, and then turn back up. Same thing other side. We draw it in, to the side, and down. Lift, side, and down. While we're doing this, let's be mindful of our core. Tummy is pulled in, and lift, side, and lower down. Bend both knees in, and then walk the feet a little bit further apart, but mat width apart. Drop the knees to one side, and then drop to the other side. Just getting, again, some nice mobility, stretching out those hips and glutes. This workout can be done anytime, or it's a great add-on after another workout. So just this windshield wipers here. One more to each side. Come back to center and walk yourself back up. If you have the band, now is the time to grab it. I'm going to put it right above the knees. It's going to stay here the whole time. Feet are hip width apart. And let's tuck our hips, and we're going to roll down onto our backs, starting with some glute bridges. So I want you to walk your heels a little bit closer to your bum. Again, everything is hip width apart. Rolling up with that pelvis, we lift the hips, we squeeze. As we squeeze our glutes, we're keeping those knees separated. So if you have a band, push to the sides against the band and lower down. We lift and lower. Relax your head, neck, and shoulders. Glutes and hips are doing all the work here. A little bit of core as well. Little resistance on the side of that band. Now we're going to lift the hips, hold them there, push out, out, and out, and lower down. Lift again, drive through the heels. Push and push, lower down. Lift the hips, squeeze the cheeks together, press the knees out to the side. 2, 3, lower down. One more time. We lift, press out. 2, 3, and lower down. Ooh, that's a way to warm them up. Let's come onto our side. Lean all the way down, making sure that our shoulder, hips, we're all lined up here. And then start by bringing the knees in front. So we're looking in an L position. supporting the head in your hand. We're simply going to lift our top leg so everything's parallel to the floor and lower down. Lift and lower. Again, regardless if you have the band or not, same move. You're going to feel it fire up right here on the side right away. Lift and lower for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Moving on. Lift where we just were. Pull the knee in towards your chest, and then I want you to extend it all the way to the side. So if you're looking, you have a straight line. Pull it in. Extend it to the side. To the chest. If you want, you can full flex your foot. Pull it in. We're keeping it lifted. Stays parallel to the floor. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll take a tiny little rest. Anytime you guys need to shake it out, please do so. I know it feels quite the burn right away, but it goes away as soon as we stop, so bear with it. We're going to extend the bottom leg just a bit, but it's still bent. Hips are still square. We lift that leg again. We tap the toe in front. Little rainbow, tap it in back. Tap in front. Tap in back. Belly button to the spine here, so we're not rocking. Tap front and back. We're trying to stay nice and still. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to bicycle. I want you to pull the knee in again. It comes to the front, and we swoop to the back. So this time it's extended back a little bit further. Squeezing that glute. Front, little bicycle. Swoop, squeeze. Just 6 of these. And then we have to reverse. Oh my gosh, almost there. Breathe. Hold. Let's reverse. We come front. Bend. Stretch, poke it to the back. Try to keep that leg lifted. I know it's tired. 1 more. And release. Nice work, my friends. Before we do the other side, we're going to roll onto the fronts of our bodies. I'm going to have you put your head on top of your hands. Elbows are wide after you see what we're doing, so you can look at me at first. Separate your legs a bit. So again, if you have a band on, there's some resistance. We're simply going to alternate lifting legs, squeezing from the glute. So the knees are straight. And then I want you to think about really pushing your pelvis into the mat. Okay, so if you're ready, head is down. I'm going to keep mine lifted so it's clear on the microphone. Legs are separated. We lift one leg, put it down. Other leg, put it down. Try not to have any tension here in your lower back. Keep those legs separated. Again, straight knee. If you're doing the correct form, then your legs should not be going very high. Navel pulled into the spine. And breathe. Keep lifting. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift your head, look at the screen again. I want you to bend one knee so your toe is pointed up to the ceiling. So about a 90-degree angle with that knee. We're just going to lift the knee off the mat, again, squeezing your butt, and then lower down. So think about taking your toe, poke the ceiling, and lower. Really important here, again, to keep the pelvis tucked into that mat and belly button pulled in. Here we go. Head down. And we lift, poke the ceiling, lower down. Lift and lower. We have 6 more. And 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Straighten that leg. You might have also felt it in the hamstring. Other side. We bend and lift and lower. Poke the ceiling with your toe. Lower. Up and down. Final 4. 3. 2. And 1. And lower that leg. Nice job. Let's roll onto our sides and then push yourself back up. You can either flip your screen to the other side, flipping right over, or swivel to the other side like me. We're going to do the side leg series on our other side. So supporting your neck, knees come in. Hips are square. Starting with the leg left. Here we go. Lift and lower. Getting ready to feel that burn again. Just 4. 3. 2. And 1. We lift again. Tuck it in. Press it out. In towards the chest. And maybe again, look over your shoulder. Make sure we're in a nice straight line. And push. Foot can be pointed or flexed. 2. Last 1. Little break, a little rub, a little shakedown, whatever you need. Straightening the legs slightly, but it's still bent on the side there for support and stability. Lengthen the top leg again. We come forward, tap that toe, rainbow back, tap that toe. Forward and back. I know. This one kicks in right away. Breathe. I know it burns. It's nice to know the muscles are working, getting us stronger. Two more. And a quick little break. Shake anything out, point and flex if you need to. Anytime if you guys ever cramp up, just take a quick break and flex and point. That usually should release it. Onto our bicycles. We pull the knee in, extend front, swoop back. Riding a bicycle. And remember, try to keep that leg lifted and parallel to the floor. And breathe. Really focusing on extending that leg back right there to get that good glute contraction. And we're about to reverse. Here we go. Forward bend, poke back. After this, we do one more glute bridge burnout series. We stretch and we're done. Last one. And release. Nice work. Flip onto your back. And again, walk the heels close to your bum, relaxing head, neck, and shoulders. Lift the hips to the ceiling. Get a nice little squeeze. Push the legs out to the side, the knees, back to center, and down. Slowly lift. Press. Center, and down. Keep the knees separated the whole time. Little burnout here before we stretch. You can do it. Drive your heels into the mat. Still a great move using your body's own resistance, even if you don't have a band. And left. Push. Final 3. And 2. Last one. Hold. Tiny pulses here. We squeeze for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold the knees out. Tiny pulses just with the hips. Little lifts and squeeze. Oh my gosh. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower down with control. Ooh. Pull your knees in. Nice little release here. While we're here, if you have the band, go ahead and remove the band. Coming into a figure 4 stretch, drop your back leg, and figure 4, crossing the ankle above the other knee, lifting the bottom foot, gently hugging in, and then making sure this knee is pressed out to the side. My favorite glute stretch. Nice deep breath here. And then keeping the same position, but we're just going to cross the leg all the way over like we're sitting cross-legged, and try to grab your shins and again hug your knees in nice and close. Take some nice deep breaths. And let's unwind and do the other side. Ankle crosses on the other thigh, picking up that bottom leg. You can use your elbow to kind of push your knee out to the side. And cross your leg all the way over, hug the knees in. And uncross. One more hug in, and if you're able to, you can rock yourself up or just help yourself up any which way. And let's go ahead and take a forward fold, extend your legs straight out. Lift up nice and tall, and forward fold. Bend your knees if you need to. Feeling that in your hamstrings, lower back, and into the glutes. Big inhale. And exhale, maybe drop your chest 1 more inch. And then lift our chest. Cross ankle across the other knee. Elbow to the outside of that knee, and nice twist around. So again, it's still a stretch in your hip and your glute, but also for the spine. Come back to center, switch sides. Hug that in. And twist. Big inhale. And exhale. Coming back to center. A butterfly position, so putting the soles of your feet together. Knees just fall out to the side where they naturally will. Lift your chest and then hinge forward. Relax that neck and shoulders. And we lift again, crisscross if it's comfortable for you. If not, legs can be extended. Right arm comes up, and then nice side bend over here. Other side, lift up, and reach side. And then finally, in this position, if you're here, just walk your hands ever so slightly forward. Get me a little bit deeper into those glutes. This is such a beautiful release. Inhale. Exhale. And then roll it up. That's it. Thanks for joining me, my friends. Leave a comment. Let me know how you liked it. Thanks for working out with me, and we'll see you next time.